Hello, I am Aussie Villain, and welcome to Villa Park. At least Football Manager 2018 style. But here we are, ready to go as Aston Villa manager. Villain takes charge of Aston Villa hot seat. Let's see here. Welcome to Aston Villa. I would like to formally welcome you to Aston Villa. Thank you, Dr. Tony. So let's have a look here. Let's skip meetings because they're always boring in Football Manager. Let's have a look what we have here. Our transfers, couple of loans in, we know all about those. Injuries, responsibilities, we can work on that later. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's see what squad we are working with here. Okay, now we roughly know what we have if you're a Villa fan like myself. But let's, for those who have stumbled across this that are not Villa fans, have a look what we have. Terry, Micah Richards, completely forgot he was still there. Chester, Samba, Elphick, Hutton, El Mohammadi. I mean, we know roughly what we have here, don't we? Bjornitson, I wonder if he'll be any good in this. Oh yeah, there might be some potential there actually. Snodgrass, Grealish. Now, we do have a striker problem at the start of the season here, don't we? Hogan, Codger's out. Grealish, we know about, is injured. So we're going to be relying on Keenan Davis at the start, but I have faith that that can work for us. Let's have a look at our squad dynamics. The team's collective mental state is disappointing, yes. The mental state is still recovering from Remy Gard, I am sure. Okay. The hierarchy. Terry, Will and Jedinak are the team leaders. Spoiler alert, Jedinak is probably going to end up at captain at some point during this save. But I guess we'll have to leave it with Terry right now. Social groups. Jedinak's in the core group. Terry's not, and Chester's not. Now Chester's our vice captain, I believe. That makes me wonder if I should have someone in the core group as vice captain, or is that going to upset things? I'll have to see. Maybe leave me a comment. Should we have Jedinak as vice captain, or should we keep Chester as vice captain? He's in a small social group, so he's probably not going to piss too many people off if we make that change. That's one we're going to have to think about, I think. Okay, let's have a look at our team report. Squad depth. Yeah, we are definitely lacking depth at left back. See if we play with one or two strikers. We might need to get a striker in as well. So look, some of our strength here. Snodgrass, we know he's class. Impressive depth outside the first team. Jedsteer, Agbonlahor. We're probably going to leave Agbonlahor in the reserves, let's be honest. Jordan Amavi. I'd love to get him back actually if we can. He's a good player. Number of talented young players. Callum O'Hare, Jake Doyle Hayes and Jordan Leedon. We can always use another Aussie in the first team, so don't be surprised if he gets called up as well. Number of impressive decision makers, closely knit group of players. Yeah, Sam Johnson, one of the best three players able to play in goal. Okay, I mean, we know roughly our strengths and weaknesses here anyway. I am a little bit concerned of this left back situation and maybe strikers. Maybe we will have to call Gabby into the first team, especially with Codger and Hogan out for the start. But yeah, left back, we're definitely going to have to look at getting in a left back. I wouldn't mind a keeper either. I'm not sure Bun is... Oh, he's not bad though, is he? We'll have to have a look and see what's available. Now, we're going to have to check out our finances here. What have we got to work with? £1 million. Okay. 90% of revenue. So we're going to have to sell to bring in, it looks like. Currently spending, committed to spending. Next. So we're out of budget as well. Is that what I'm taking from that? So we don't have much wiggle room here. We are going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering to bring anybody in. So that's a little bit disappointing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a look around, see if we can scout some players, what we can do with the squad. I'll play some pre-season friendlies, and then we'll be back for our first game of the year, which, if memory serves me correct, was against Hull City. So hopefully we'll do better in this than the 1-1 we got in real life. Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, we have completed pre-season. Decent results, especially towards the end. We really started to nail down a good attacking formation to score some goals. The one thing that's a little bit worrying is the level of opposition we've been playing. I mean, 5-6 goals is still good, but when Shelbourne, Gloucester, that's not particularly the sort of opposition you'd like to test yourself against. Big strengths, as we can see here. Story of our preseason: Snodgrass and Adobe. They have been knocking in goals for fun. This game against Antwerp, we dominated. We just could not put the ball in the back of the net. What's that? I can't do French. Chateaureau. Again, we see Snodgrass. This was probably our tightest game in pre-season. We were the better team, but it could have ended up a draw. It was definitely not our best performance. Barrow, again, as you can see, Snodgrass with 3. Not a particularly convincing performance given the level of opposition, but this is where things really started to click. Then Shelbourne, as you can see, a variety of scorers there, and same with Gloucester, but Adobe and Snodgrass, that has been the theme of pre-season. Now, we have made a few transfers. Now, as we noticed, didn't have a great deal of transfer budget, so I've had to channel my inner Harry Redknapp and bring in a few bodies. So let's have a look at that. We have done 3 free transfers. First one is Munir Obadi, 34-year-old Moroccan defensive midfielder. He's not someone I'm necessarily looking to play in the first team, but just very much a sort of a third choice. We have Will and Yednak, just another body to be able to play that defensive midfield role. We got him for £4.2 thousand a week, so he's relatively cheap. It's a good cover. He's a good player. He's a little bit more creative as well than the other two, so he can play as sort of as you can see, more of a playmaker sort of a role as well. So he can sort of cover that more creative as well as the defensive side of the game. Now, Alessandro Diamati, I was scouting free agents, recognized this name. He's at West Ham, wasn't he, a few years back? I spent some time at Watford as well. He is a bit of a journeyman, as we can see, but what I liked about him is he's very creative, a lot of flair, fantastic long shot, good on the ball, just someone just to be that sort of that X factor if we need a goal. That felt like the squad did lack that. So we've brought him in again, $6,000 a week. We have him till the end of the year. I think there's an extension option if he plays 15 games or something. So if he's good and he's working out, brilliant. We keep him for next season. If he's not, then we can get rid of him. And really, at $6,000 a week, we're paying a lot worse players a lot more than that. So I was very happy to get him, and he has actually done quite well in pre-season. And to solve our left back problem, Paolo Di Cegli. Now, if you recognise this name, I did recognise the name, Juventus. He has played for Juventus, gone out on loan a few times, spent, looks like last season, or 2 seasons ago at Marseille. So, to get an ex-Juventus player into a championship team, I think is pretty good. Italian youth international as well. He's slightly more expensive, or just under $8,000 a week. But again, he's been really good in pre-season, and I've actually made him first choice ahead of Taylor. So really, really happy with his pickup as well so far. And we've offered new contracts as well to Davis, Keenan Davis. We have him on a new contract till 2020 now, and also Callum O'Hare. I think he's down here. Yeah, there we go. Got him till 2019 with the option of an extra year for us if we want to invoke that. Was playing him a little bit in pre-season, sort of coming off the bench, sort of an advanced forward, and he was getting better and better with each game. I think he ended up scoring a goal or 2 as well. So I'm happy to have him in the team. I think he's someone that could do well for us in the future. And as far as strikers go, I haven't bought anybody else in yet. I'm trying to scout for perhaps a loan. But Keenan Davis has been doing really well. He hasn't been getting goals in pre-season, but he has been getting quite a few assists. I'm not sure Yeah, we see here 3 assists. And the team has been scoring. The players around him have been doing really well. So it's a little bit frustrating he isn't scoring goals, but the team is, and I think he is actually doing a good job in leading the line for us. So with Kodja, he's sort of back in sort of light training, his rehab. Hogan isn't too far away. As I said, we have Callum O'Hare. We do have Gagby Agbonlahor if we're very desperate. So I'm thinking, again, if we can get someone in on loan, then that's all well and good. But I was having some trouble with loaning from English clubs. I tried to get Matthew Target from Southampton, and the wages were just ridiculous. I just could not afford to get him. So we got, a Juventus left back instead. So, every cloud. But this is the tactic we've been using and we're going to go with for the start of the season. You can see our lineup there. Johnson in goal. De Clegli, I'm going to have to get better at these names if I'm going to play him at left back. And Hutton as our fullbacks or wing-backs. Really want them to get forward. Terry and Elphick I've gone with in central defence. I started with Terry and Chester, but Elphick was a lot better sort of covering in behind Terry. So it's always difficult to sort of play the player on the game and not the player in real life. But Terry and Elphick were doing quite well in pre-season, so we're going to stick with them. Whelan sitting in deep because we have the fullbacks going forward. We really need to make sure we have somebody sitting in and holding midfield. Horahan we're going with as the box-to-box midfielder. There's quite a few I tried in that position. I tried Bjornsson, I tried Onuma. They all did relatively well. I even gave Henry Lansbury a go, and he was fine as well. So we do have quite a few options for that particular position. I've gone with Bjornsson on the bench just because he's a little bit more complete. There's more to his game, and Onuma as well. So we're going to go with those two on the bench. And then Adoma and Snodgrass, goal-scoring machines. They've been in pre-season. Diamante just as an advanced playmaker in behind Davis. Davis on a supporting role, looking to bring everybody into play around him. This has worked really well in pre-season. Like I say, we're going up against tougher opposition now, so that is a little bit concerning. But we have our first game of the season against Hull. Looks like we are the favourites. Are we? Yes, we are the favourites, only just. So let's see how this goes. I am ridiculously nervous, way more than I should be. If this goes wrong, there is a chance it all goes a little bit Jolly and Lescott on me, and I end up getting all the crap from the Villa fans, which would break my heart. But that's the risk we take. Yeah, look at that glorious scene, full house at Villa Park. It's time to raise the halt. So Diamante Horahan, this is just going to be your standard kickoff highlight. I think we've got it on extended highlights, so if hopefully it won't take too long to get through the games. If you would rather just see the quick highlights and then we can maybe do 2 games an episode, or Terry. With the defence, do I have Terry as a stopper and Elphick as on the cover, sort of sweeping in behind? So hopefully that sort of combination will work. So it's good to see we have been keeping the ball. In the pre-season games, we did a lot of the time have a lot of the ball as well, which was promising. We were actually creating quite a few chances, but it was the finishing that was letting us down. It was only towards the end of the pre-season that we actually started to score anywhere near the amount of goals that we deserved. Are those away fans in the Holt end? That is an outrage. What is going on, Football Manager? So let's see. Yeah, we're keeping the ball. I mean, we're at home, so you'd maybe expect that, but 57%, that's a good amount of the ball. Let's give them some encouragement. I'm actually happy to see no one's complacent. In pre-season, there was a lot of complacency going on. Alright, get out to it, get out to it. Oh, get out to it, get in front, block. That's a terrible shot. Okay, can we get the ball? That's ours all day, Elphick. One thing I've been... they're getting a lot of chances for all our possession. This isn't great. Good header, Elphick. And away. And away. Oh. Unbelievable. Away fans in the Holt End. That is... not great. But yeah, I was saying one selection headache, I guess, is between Hutton and El Mohammadi. El Mohammadi just hasn't looked as good as Hutton getting forward from fullback. I've tried El Mohammadi as a winger, although actually he's an inside forward. It's something we do have a League Cup game or Carabao Cup game coming up after this, so I'm thinking I might even try him. That's a good ball. Come on, Davis. That's ours. That's a goal. Oh, what? He's offside? Okay. Well, Davis has hit the post, I'd have to say 3 or 4 times in pre-season. It's really frustrating that he just can't get himself a goal. But yeah, we have a Carabao Cup game coming up after this, so I'm thinking I might try El Mohammadi as on the right side there in place of Snodgrass, but I might try playing him as a winger and see if I give Bree a game, who was our third choice right back, and I'm wondering if he could be used as sort of an inverted winger to run inside of El Mohammadi if he's going to stay wide. But these are problems for after this game. So Taggart, Jackson Irvine. I'm wondering if we're a little bit spread out. Oh, Groznicki, get in front of it, block it. No! Oh. Yeah, a little bit concerned when we're not creating too much here. It's almost half time. I do have our wingers set to mark the fullback, so if they do get forward like that, they should track them. Oh, he's wide open. Good save. Offside. Okay. And the benefit of having the man marking, because we do have Diamati sort of playing just in behind the striker. If our wingers are tracking back, then it gives us, there's extra 2 players back. It sort of hopefully will cover for Diamati not doing too much in defence. Now, come on, we need a highlight here. Good tackle, Whelan. Although he's on a yellow, maybe don't dive in like that. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we're not playing fantastically, but not a shot on goal. So we've okay. This is just get to half time and we can readjust. Maybe I can't believe Hull City fans in the Holt End. Okay, so we need to look at doing something to make sure that we're actually getting shots on goal here. Okay, let's go with unlucky. No, that was not what they wanted to hear. That's not good. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I should have just told them they were shit. Okay, so can we go with impressed with solid defending? No, let's just leave this to the... see if assisting gets out of that. This is going very poorly. Okay, if we're struggling to retain possession and they're being told to retain possession, let's maybe take that off, try and exploit the flanks, look for the overlap. Oh, this is just going very poorly, isn't it? I can't believe that team talk went down that badly. That's unbelievable. Here I am trying to be positive. So it looks like I was right to worry that the level of opposition was inflating our attacking performances. Okay, come on, Keenan. Get out the snotty. So what we might have to look to do for the next games is just look at training more attacking movement for the pre-match and see, because this just isn't working right now. So can we go to maybe a demand more? We'll give it another 5 minutes and then we're going to have to start making changes. I mean, other than Elphick, they're not, you know, their head's in the game. It's only Elphick that has the complacency. Terry's not passing the ball. Okay, so we need to do something here because this is just not going anywhere. Although we aren't losing, and maybe after that halftime talk, that is something we should be grateful for. I wonder if Whelan's on a yellow. I wonder if we look to make that change and bring. The last thing we want is to go down to 10, isn't it? So let's. No, he'll get sent off now. Let's bring Bjornsson on for Horahan. See how that goes. Okay, come on. Come on, Bjornsson. Redeem me from that halftime talk. I feel like if I'm going to avoid the abuse in the comments, I really need Bjornsson to get a goal here. Go on, Bjorny. I hope there's somebody there. Oh, Hutton. Okay, ball in. No, there's no one there. Well, it's a shot on goal, so that's more than we could have said in the first half. So they do have those two men sitting deep, which maybe isn't it. What are we doing? Oh. And they've only had 3 shots on target, but do we take? Is it time to take Terry off? Maybe. All right, come on, Snodgrass. This is it. This is it. No, Bjornsson. Come on, I can feel a goal. I can feel a goal. Snodgrass. Was that a shot or is that that's terrible. A Doma. I mean, if that's what's in his head. Andre Green can come on for him. Is there anything else we can do? I mean, Keenan Davis is not having his best game, but we do like those striking options right now. Chris Samba picked up a knock, because I would have otherwise looked to maybe have him on the bench as a sort of emergency striker, but that's gone. This is bad feelings. Well, we can't say it hasn't been coming. Oh, this has been horribly disappointing. Don't get stuck in while we're at it. Alright, come on, Keenan. So, yeah, there we go. Andre Green to Davis. We've got Bjornsson coming through. Hutton getting forward. Come on, Keenan Davis. Goal! That's much better. That's more like it. Davis, look at that. He picked him out beautifully into the box. It's a nice run from Hutton. Good ball in. That's a good goal. I tell you what, that was almost worth the wait. Well, it was worth the wait. Let's go get a second and win it now. What was the change we made? Oh, it was the get stuck in, wasn't it? Yeah, let's still do that. Now, do we sit back and be grateful for the point? Because let's face it, we haven't been great. We can't do that at home though, can we? Maybe if it was at Hull. Bit of a hack forward. Keenan Davis is onto it. We've got Andre Green. Andre Green. Again to Bjornsson. Oh, go on, Snotty! Oh, was that post or a save? Oh, I thought that was a wonderful comeback complete. This has been much better. Since Andre Green has come on, he's changed the game for us. Diamante, Green, look for your fullback, cross it in. I mean, Diamante's never going to win that header, is he? Bjornsson to Hutton. Forward. Can we get a corner out of it? No. Back to Hutton. Can he get onto that? It doesn't look great. Oh, he's dropped it! He's dropped it! It's a goal! What is McGregor doing? Andre Green, that's his first goal for Villa. Brilliant, what a comeback. Okay, now we need to think about this. Let's watch this replay first. What is McGregor doing? We will take that all day long. Okay, let's give them a concentrate. We need to counter. Be a little bit more structured. Should probably go back to sitting deep. Play a little bit more narrow. Who would ever have thought that terrible halftime team talk could have inspired anything? Oh, let's not speak too soon. Larsson's good at set pieces. Oh. So maybe that's the trick. Just give terrible team talks. Alright, come on, Johnson. Let's get that upfield. Looks like he has a massive afro, doesn't it? DeKegley. Diving in. Go on, Diamante. Oh, it's alright. It's going to fall out to us. Bjornsson! Hit it! Go! What is going on? Up to first place. After that halftime talk, I honestly thought the channel was cancelled. That is a brilliant second half from absolutely nowhere, from a halftime talk that did not deserve it. Maybe we should leave the team talk to the assistant from now on. Get that away. Do we have another sub to make just to waste a bit of time? Let's get Whelan off just so we don't have to worry about a second yellow. We're into Bjornsson, out to Snodgrass. If we end up with 4 goals... Bjornsson! Oh, it's 4! Oh! What has happened this second half? It's the anger. It's happened to Hull fans in the whole turn. That's what's done it. It's fired them up. So it certainly wasn't me. Andre Green has been immense. You think of Albert Adoma and his corner flag shot. Yes, we'll still make that change. Even though running down the clock now just seems completely redundant. Just hold on to it, boys. Let's get this in. No need. Ole! 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 Oh, that's a disappointing pass. What the hell was that? That's alright, just get back in. Well, I mean, defensively, we have dealt with things pretty well, which is promising because I didn't see this coming in the first half. But yeah, at least, you know, if we're dealing with things well defensively, even when in the first half when we were not good, we, you know, we only conceded. Was it 1-0 at halftime or 0-0? But that's quite a second half performance from the boys. Passionate, very good. Pleased with the result and the performance. There we go. There's a little bit of green there. Or is there? No, there's not. There's nothing. Complete indifference. Excuse win. Nope, still nothing. I mean, they weren't hating me in in preseason, but they are making me look a fool now. Second half was much better. Well done. Okay, still indifference. All right. Well, that's it, I guess, for this episode. I will get this Carabao Cup game done. But look at that, sitting high and mighty on top of the league. So that's a brilliant start, even if it was nothing to do with the manager and his team talks. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please do like the video, subscribe to my page. This is going to be a daily post. We're hoping for certainly at least 5 or 6 episodes a week, so please do subscribe, and we will get this Villa back up to the Premier League, and we will #raise the Holt. Thanks for watching.